Brussels Airport is Zaventem is an international airport 6.5 nanometer northeast of Brussels, the capital of Belgium. In 2015, more than 23 million passengers arrived or departed at Brussels Airport, making it the 21st busiest airport in Europe. It is located partially in Zaventem, partially in the Diegem area of Machelen, and partially in Steenokkerzeel, in the Flemish region of Belgium. It is home to around 260 companies, together directly employing 20,000 people, and serves as the home base for Brussels Airlines, Jetairfly and Thomas Cook Airlines, Belgium. The company operating the airport is known as the Brussels Airport Company N.V.S.A. Before the 19th of October 2006, the name was BIAC, which was created by Belgian law through a merger of BATC with the ground operations departments of the RLW-RVA. Since 2011, the airport has been owned by the Toronto-based Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan, Macquarie Group, and the Belgian state. On the 22nd of March 2016, the airport's departures hall was severely damaged by the two terrorist bomb blasts. The airport was closed until the 3rd of April 2016, when it reopened with temporary facilities at less than 20% of its previous capacity. It has since returned to full operations, with a record of 90,000 passengers on July 29, 2016. History. Early years. The origins of Brussels Airport at Zaventem date back to 1940, when the German occupying force claimed 600 hectares of agricultural fields reserved as a backup airfield. The Luftwaffe established Flyergehorst Melsbroek and constructed 3 runways in the shape of a triangle: Runway 02-20, Runway 07L-25R and Runway 12/30. The airport buildings were constructed in the nearby municipality of Melsbroek and not of Zaventem, which is why the airfield was known to the locals as Melsbroek. There is an urban legend that the site of the airport was chosen by the Germans after asking locals where to build it. The Belgians then pointed to this location as it was often foggy. After the liberation on the 3rd of September 1944, the German infrastructure at Melsbroek fell into the hands of the British. When the old civilian airport in Haren became too small, the Belgian authorities decided to use the aerodrome at Melsbroek for the new national airport. By 1948, a new terminal building was constructed to replace the old wooden building. In the same year, the lengths of both runways 02-20 and 07L-25R were increased to 1,200 meters and 2,450 meters respectively, whereas 12/30 remained at 1,300 meters. The civil aerodrome of Melsbroek was officially opened by Prince Charles, Count of Flanders, the Prince Regent, on the 20th of July 1948. From 1948 to 1956, many more buildings and facilities were erected, mostly on the Melsbroek side of the site. In 1955, a railway line from Brussels city centre to the airport was constructed. The line was officially opened by King Baudouin on 15 May 1955. In 1956, a new 2,300 meters runway was constructed, 07R-25L, which runs parallel with 07L-25R. The runway is still in use today and saw its length later increased to 3,200 meters. In April 1956, the Belgian government decided to build a new airport using the same runways, but with the buildings located within the municipality of Zaventem. In April 1957, construction started of the new terminal, preparing the airport for the 1958 World Fair. The grass runway 12/30 had to make way to allow for the new passenger terminal. This new airport was inaugurated the 5th of July 1958, almost just in time for the 1958 World Fair. The buildings on the Melsbroek side are still in use by the Belgian Air Force, and this is still known as Melsbroek Airfield. Both Zaventem Airport and Melsbroek Air Base, the military airfield, share the same runways. Development since the 1960s. During the boom of commercial aviation in the 1960s and 1970s, several hangars were constructed. A new cargo terminal was constructed in 1976. In 1994, a brand new terminal was constructed adjacent to the old 1958 building. Two old piers were torn down and replaced by modern ones. In 2002, amidst the turmoil surrounding the demise of the national airline Sabena, a new pier was opened. In 2005, the airport was awarded Best Airport in Europe by Airports Council International Air Transport Association, based on a survey of over 100,000 passengers worldwide. Brussels Airport continued to appear in top airports lists as of 2012. A direct train link with Leuven and Liege was opened on 12 December 2005. In 2007, the airport served 17.8 million passengers, an increase of 7% over 2006. The cargo volume in the same year amounted to 780,000 tons, an increase of 8.9% over 2006. In 2008, the airport served 18.5 million passengers, which was an increase of 3.7% over the previous year. Sabena's demise meant a sharp fall in passenger traffic, a blow from which the airport only slowly recovered. The airport's future is threatened by disagreement between the governments of Flanders and the Brussels capital region concerning nighttime air traffic routes. In March 2009, the old mechanical flight information display systems were replaced by electronic ones. In September 2009, CEO Wilfried van Ascher resigned. One of the reasons was the delay in the construction of the low-cost terminal and the possible lawsuit by 52 airlines active at Brussels Airport, on the grounds of tax discrimination. It was Van Ascher who started expanding the long-haul network at Brussels Airport. In February 2010, Arno Feist was appointed CEO. The chairman of the board is Mark de Schiemecker. According to an unofficial study, Brussels Airport is the most noise-polluting airport of 30 European airports in terms of the noise levels created and the number of people affected by takeoff and landing operations. In November 2015, Jet Airways announced to shut down the Scissor Hub operations at Brussels Airport, which they maintained for several years. By the 26th of March 2016, two routes incoming from India met here and exchanged passengers for the onward flights to Newark and Toronto. 2016 Brussels bombings. On the 22nd of March 2016, two explosions took place in Brussels Airport at 7:58 local time. One occurred near the American Airlines and Brussels Airlines check-in desks and the other next to a Starbucks coffee shop. A third bomb was found in the airport and detonated in a controlled explosion. The airport was closed after the attacks until the 3rd of April, when it reopened with temporary facilities at less than 20% of its previous passenger capacity. Flights bound to Brussels Airport were either cancelled or diverted to nearby airports such as Brussels South Charleroi Airport, Ostend Bruges International Airport, and Schiphol. At 9:11 CET, an explosion took place at Maalbeek metro station. ISIL claimed responsibility for the attacks as an act of revenge against Belgium for participation in the ongoing military intervention against ISIL facilities. Brussels Airport uses a one-terminal concept, meaning that all the facilities are located under a single roof. The terminal building consists of several levels. The railway station is located on -1. Buses and taxis arrive at 0. Arrivals are located on level 2 and departures on level 3. Levels 2 and 3 are connected to the airport's two piers. Pier A is the newest pier on Brussels Airport and was opened on the 15th of May 2002. This pier was destined to support flights from and to the Schengen countries. However, since the 15th of October 2008, all Brussels Airlines flights to African destinations are also handled at this pier. Therefore, border control was installed towards the end of the pier in order to create a new pier. As a result, gates A61-72 were renamed T61-72. Later, Brussels Airlines' daily flight to New York was also moved here from Pier B. Until March 26, 2015, Pier A was connected to the main building via a 400-meter-long tunnel under the apron. Each pier used to have its own security zone, so transfer between the piers involved a security check. This tunnel was replaced by the connector, a new building that links both piers above ground and allows passengers to walk straight from the check-in desk to the gate in Pier A or B, without changing floors. In the opposite direction, the building provides arriving passengers with a smooth and convenient passage to the baggage reclaim hall and the exit. Furthermore, border control has been relocated to a 25-lane screening platform inside the connector, which means that changing planes no longer requires a security check. Pier B is the oldest pier still in use at Brussels Airport and is only used for flights outside the Schengen area. Pier B is connected immediately to the main departure hall and consists of two decks. The upper deck is at the same level as the departure halls and is used for the departing passengers, whereas the lower deck is used for arriving passengers and connects immediately to border control and the baggage claim area. Planned Pier A West. Pier A West is a planned expansion of Pier A, and is meant to relieve Pier B by also handling flights from non-Schengen countries. Pier A West was due to open in 2016, but because of the slow passenger growth, Brussels Airport announced in July 2013 that the works would be delayed. However, in November 2015, Brussels Airport announced a major €550 million investment and pointed out that within this investment the extension of the pier is included. Low-cost pier. Just as is the case for Pier A West, the construction of a new low-cost pier is currently on hold. It will be built roughly where the old South Pier used to be. At present, several low-cost airlines including Ryanair and Wizz fly to Brussels South Charleroi Airport, 40 kilometers away from Brussels. In autumn 2013, low-cost carrier Pegasus Airlines has announced it will end its flights between Brussels Airport and Turkey. The service between Brussels and Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen will relocate to Brussels South Charleroi Airport. However, Turkish Airlines announced on the 26th of November 2013 it will offer one daily flight on the same route, starting 1 month after Pegasus terminates its operations at the airport. 1 day later, Ryanair announced the opening of a second Belgian base at Brussels Airport, giving a boost to low-cost traffic at Brussels Airport. Ryanair announced on the 27th of November 10 new routes from Brussels Airport. Although Brussels South Charleroi Airport will remain the low-cost carrier's primary Belgian base, services, shops, bars and restaurants are scattered throughout the building. A few facilities are located in the departure area. These are mostly convenience stores and small shops such as the airport shop, a pharmacy, relay stores and a coffee shop. but most of the facilities can only be accessed after security control and are tax-free. Several brands and chains have a branch in both piers, however several only operate in Pier A. The airport also features places of worship, as well as a place for meditation for humanists. The airport provides meeting facilities and can host congresses up to 600 participants, either in the Riga's Skyport Meeting Center or in the Sheraton Brussels Airport Hotel. The latter is the only hotel located on the airport grounds, opposite the terminal. Shuttle services are provided to 14 nearby hotels. All passengers now have unlimited free Wi-Fi access. Telenet, Boingo Wireless and iPassing. Customers continue to have unlimited free Wi-Fi access through their personal accounts. Airlines and destinations. Passenger One Ethiopian's flight from Brussels to Addis Ababa makes a stop in Paris. However, the airline does not have traffic rights to transport passengers solely between Brussels and Paris. Cargo statistics. Routes, traffic, airport facilities. Brussels Airlines has its corporate head office in the B House, Airport Building 26, located in Diegem, Machelen. Brussels Airlines formed in 2006 as a result of a merger between SN Brussels and Virgin Express. European Air Transport had its head office in Building 4-5 in Zaventem. Before Sabina went out of business, its head office was in the Sabina House on the grounds of Brussels Airport. When it existed, Virgin Express had its head office in Building 116 in Zaventem. SN Brussels, which formed in 2002, had its head office in Airport Building 117 in Zaventem when it existed. Prior to its disestablishment, So Belair had its head office in Building 45 in Zaventem. Ground transportation. Road. Brussels Airport can be reached by car via the A201, which is directly connected to the R0 highway. For that, the main highways of Belgium can directly be accessed. Private partners provide 3 car parks at the airport, offering in total 10,600 parking spaces. Shell operates a self-service gas station near the exit of the airport complex. Several car rental services are located in the airport as well. Europe.It, Hertz, Sixt and Thrifty all operate at Brussels Airport. Diegem provides bus transportation to and from various cities in Flanders from platforms A and B. The MIVB SDIB provides transportation into Brussels city centre at Brussels Luxembourg station via Line 12 or Line 21 from Platform C. Platform E is used by the hotel shuttles, offering shuttle services to several hotels near the area. Taxis are permanently available in front of the arrivals hall. The fare from the airport to the city centre of Brussels is normally around €45. Licensed taxis can be recognized by the blue and yellow emblem. Rail main article. Brussels Airport Railway Station. The airport railway station is located under the airport building at level -1. The train station has direct services to Antwerp, Brussels, De Panne, Ghent, Hasselt, Landen, Leuven, Mechelen, Nivelles and QUE Acute VY. At least 4 trains per hour serve the most used link to Brussels South Railway Station, where international connections are offered by Eurostar, Thalys, ICE, and Eurocity. A direct train link with Leuven was opened on the 12th of December 2005. A direct link with Antwerp and Mechelen via the so-called Diablo line was opened for public service on the 10th of June 2012. The Diablo project is a public-private partnership. It has been decided that all rail passengers to the Brussels National Airport Railway Station pay a Diablo supplement to finance the ongoing and planned work. As of December 2014, a direct train link between Bruges and the airport will be offered, just as an intercity service to Schiphol and Amsterdam. Once the new Schumann-Josaphat tunnel is finished, a new connection will be established to connect Brussels Airport directly to the stations of the EU quarter, being Brussels-Schuman and Brussels-Luxembourg. This will bring the travel time between the airport and the EU quarter to about 15 minutes. The Belgian Railways announced the line to open as an hourly service as from April 2016. Tram in an attempt to alleviate gridlock around Brussels, the regional transport company Diegem started the Brabant.It project. 3 new light rail lines will be created, of which 2 will have a stop at Brussels Airport. The airport tram, connecting Brussels Airport to Brussels North but taking a different trajectory than the already existing railway line. The ring tram, roughly following the northern side of the Brussels ring and connecting several Brussels suburbs to the airport. The Brabant.It project is scheduled to be finished by 2020. Bicycle Brussels Airport has a special separated road that provides access to the airport for bikers and pedestrians. There is also a special place to park bikes. By 2018, a connection will be created between the airport and the bike highway Brussels-Leuven. This should increase the number of employees commuting by bike, which only stands at 1%. Accidents and incidents. A serious accident in the vicinity of the airport was the crash of Sabena Flight 548, a Boeing 707 on 15 February 1961. The plane crashed during approach on runway 20, killing all 72 people on board and 1 on the ground. This was the first fatal accident involving a Boeing 707, resulting in the death of the entire United States figure skating team on its way to the World Figure Skating Championship in Prague, Czechoslovakia. 4 aircraft were destroyed on 5 May 2006 when Sabena Technic's Hangar 40 burned down. The stricken aircraft were a 1 Lockheed C-130 Hercules and 3 Airbus A320. On 25 May 2008, a Boeing 747-200F operated by Kalita Air overran the shorter runway 20, crashed into a field and split in 3. The 5 people on board were taken to a hospital with 4 receiving minor injuries. On 18 February 2013, in the 2013 Belgium diamond heist, 8 men armed with automatic weapons and dressed in police uniforms seized 120 small parcels containing an estimated $50 million worth of diamonds from a Helvetic Airways Fokker 100 passenger plane loaded with passengers preparing for departure to Zurich. The men drove 2 vehicles through a hole they had cut in the airport perimeter fence to flight LX789, which had just been loaded with diamonds from a Brinks armored van from Antwerp. They carried out the operation within 5 minutes with no injuries and without firing a shot. On the 22nd of March 2016, as a part of a larger terrorist attack on the city, 2 bombs exploded at the airport, killing 30 people and injuring at least 230.